Hi everyone, my name is Nwankwor. I am an award-winning Christian romance author. I write contemporary romances that feature African characters. The setting is always somewhere in the middle of in the middle of the diaspora and Africa. So today I want to say thank you to Tony for having me, and I'm going to read from my latest offering called To Breathe Again. But first of all, let me tell you about the Duet series. This is a series about two sisters. It's called the Invisible Shackles series, and it highlights what happens when we let things hold us back or tear us down or stop us from moving forward. The first book is titled To Live Again, which is available on all major platforms, and the second book is titled To Breathe Again. This is my latest offering. So today I am going to read from To Breathe Again, and To Breathe Again follows the second sister, the younger sister of the two, and her journey towards getting rid of fear, getting rid of dealing with grief, and coming out victorious at the end. So I'm going to set up this first reading here. Everything that she has been running from, God has sort of like put a stop to it. So now she has no other choice but to reevaluate her life. So we're going to pick up from where she walks back into the old job that she gave up when she started her race to curb her own future instead of trusting God to do it for her. So we're going to start there. And that's in chapter 7. Wednesday morning, Kenny walked into the building that housed Upward Solution offices. After a lot of reflection over the weekend, she did something she hadn't done in a while. Trust God to work out her dilemma. Monday morning, she stepped out on faith and contacted her former boss. Surprisingly, he responded and asked her to see him this morning. It was the last week of October and the building was already decorated for the holiday season. Kenny made her way up the familiar elevators and rode to the third floor of Upward Solutions. After meeting with the receptionist and a few minutes later, she was ushered into his office. Miss Adolo, Mr. Campbell walked over to her and extended a hand. Good morning, sir. Kenny shook his hand. How is the family? Everyone is well, can't complain. How are you? He walked back to his desk. The last time I saw you, you were in Amsterdam about a year ago. Yes, it was. I'm good, sir. Thank you for asking. Although I missed having you on the team, I'm glad you had options. Isoke shifted in her chair. Actually, sir, that's why I'm here. Tell me. Isoke sighed and spent the next several minutes explaining to her former boss what had happened to her employment. She reminded him of his offer some years ago, and finally she let him know what she needed. Mr. Gamble searched through some papers on his desk. That's quite unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Kenny waited with abated breath. She needed this job. She had her first real appointment with the fertility clinic in a couple of weeks. She wasn't broke, but there was no way she could stay idle. Do you remember Lara? Well, she's now Johnson. Yes, sir, I do. Lara had started off in Upwards a year after her. They weren't exactly friends, but had a good working relationship. They also kept in touch via social media. He looked up from what he was doing. You're in luck. She's due to go on maternity leave in 3 months. I was about to approve a candidate who will be a temp. Isoke clasped her hands together and looked up towards the ceiling. Father God, thank you for your favor, she murmured to herself. You were one of my top employees, and no one has come close since. However, I'm not able to offer you permanency. Right now, I will have you shadow Lara, so she can show you the ropes for her project, while preparing you to step in while she's on leave. Ah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Remember, it's not permanent. Any permanency will depend on the board and your performance. He smiled. I hope your skills aren't rusty. Isoke smiled. No, sir, they're not. Even if they were, she wasn't telling him that. God had done something that he hadn't done in a while, and said her prayers. I hope you enjoyed that. And once again, thank you for listening. And this is Unoma.